Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we make sense of all the financial mumbo jumbo and get ready because JPM Chase is back with a filing that's more like a minor tweak than a major shakeup, but that doesn't mean we can't find some interesting tidbits in here. So what's the big news from JPM Chase filing today? Well, it seems like they've made a small but official change to how they refer to one of their key roles. Internally, the title General Auditor has been updated to Chief Audit Executive. This is the kind of behind-the-scenes housekeeping that happens all the time in big companies. Most of the time, it's just about modernizing titles, but it's good to see. The filing making it official for Big Day, we're just about modernizing titles, but it's good to see the filing making it official the time it's just about modernizing titles. But it's good to see the filing making it official. Now let's look at what JPM Chase has registered to be traded on major exchanges. This is where we see the different types of stocks and financial products they offer. It's like a menu of their investment options. You've got your common stock, obviously, which is what most people think of when they hear JPM. But then there's a whole host of preferred stocks. These are like special shares with different dividend rates and features. For example, they have depository shares representing interest in preferred stock series DD with a 5.75% dividend rate. Then there's Series EE at 6.00, well, Bechdeffer Asiats, representing interest in preferred stock series DD with a 5.75% dividend rate. Then there's Series EE at 6.00 that have depository shares representing interest in preferred stock series DD with a 5.75%, and they go on with JJ, LL, and MM, all with their own specific rates. Beyond the preferred stocks, JPM Chase is also guaranteeing certain notes. These are essentially IOUs with a promise from JPM Chase to back them up. We see notes due in 2032. And then some more complex ones like ETNs or exchange-traded notes tied to market indexes, like the Alerian MLF index due in 2044, and even inverse VIS ETNs due in 2045. These are sophisticated financial instruments for more specific investment strategies, and registering them shows the scope of JPM Chase's involvement in different parts of the financial markets. It's worth noting that all of these securities are listed on the New York Stock Exchange except for the Alerian MLP Index ETNs and the Inverse VIX ETNs, which are traded on NYSE Arca Inc. This highlights the company's deep integration with major financial infrastructure. Getting back to that title change, the filing details that the bylaws, which are basically the company's internal rule book, were amended effective September 12, 2025. This change to update the officer title General Auditor to FIC Audit Executive affects two specific sections of their bylaws, sections 4.01 and 4.12. It's a very precise amendment focused on internal governance and clarity. It's not a change that impacts the day-to-day operations that investors see directly, but it's a formal step in refining their internal structure and the language they use to define their leadership. And just to be transparent about where this information comes from, the filing includes their bylaws themselves as Exhibit 3.2. This is the official document showing the changes marked up for clarity. It also mentions that the cover page is formatted in inline XBRL, which is a way to make SEC filings more machine readable and easier for software to process. Basically, it's a modern way to present the data so computers can understand it better. Finally, we see the official sign-off from Reid R. Broder, the corporate secretary, and the date September 12, 2025. This confirms the filing is official and executed by the appropriate company representative. Looking at this filing, it's not a report filled with dramatic financial swings or earth-shattering strategic shifts. Instead, it's a snapshot of a well-established financial giant making minor adjustments to its internal language and disclosures. JPM Chase is a massive player in the global financial system. And while this particular filing might seem small from an external perspective, it reflects ongoing efforts to maintain clear and updated governance and reporting structures. The company is solid with a wide range of financial products as seen in the registered securities list, and their engagement in more complex instruments like ETNs shows they cater to diverse investment needs. The title change, while minor, is indicative of a mature company that pays attention to internal alignment and official documentation. From a broader perspective, JPM Chase operates in a highly regulated and competitive environment, and maintaining these fine-tuned internal processes is crucial for compliance and investor confidence. While we don't have any specific financial performance numbers in this particular filing, which would typically be found in a 10Q or a 10K, this document confirms their continuous commitment to transparent and accurate reporting. The risks it doesn't explicitly mention are the usual suspects for any large bank, like macroeconomic shifts, regulatory changes and competition, but they seem to be managing these effectively given their market position. This filing is less about a story of growth or decline and more about the mathematical maintenance of corporate structure. So what's my take on this update? Well, it's a sign of a healthy, well-managed organization that's on top of its internal governance. Even small changes like a title update are part of a larger picture of corporate responsibility and accuracy. There aren't any red flags here, rather it's business as usual for a leading financial institution. If you want to see how JPM Chase is performing financially, you need to check out their quarterly or annual reports, which would give you the real numbers on revenue, profit, and all that good stuff. But this filing is a piece of the puzzle showing their behind-the-scenes operational polish, responsibility, and accuracy. There aren't any red flags here, rather it's business as usual for a leading financial institution. If you want to see how JPM Chase is performing financially, you'd need to check out their quarterly or annual reports, which would give you the real numbers on revenue, profit, and all that good stuff. But this filing is a piece of the puzzle showing their behind-the-scenes operational polish. What's your take on these types of corporate filings? Do you find the administrative changes interesting, or do you wish they'd focus more on the numbers? Let me know in the comments below if you found this breakdown useful. Please hit that like button. Subscribing really helps us keep these deep dives coming. And for even more exclusive content and to chat with us directly, make sure you join our Discord community. Linked in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in more exclusive content. And to chat with us directly, make sure you join our Discord community. Linked in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.